They want you to pay an arm and a leg to so-called credit repair companies that do nothing more than bounce letters back and forth to the credit bureaus on your behalf. They want you to believe that you aren't even intelligent enough to repair your credit on your own in a fraction of the time. But the fact is that you are able to immediately raise your credit score no matter how bad your credit will be your first step to rebuilding your total credit profile for life. Now, one of the absolute fastest ways to raise your credit score, and I mean absolutely astonishingly fast, is to immediately modify what's known as your debt-to-credit ratio. Now, this works even if you have other negative remarks on your credit report. Your debt-to-credit ratio is the ratio of debt to your total available credit. That means that if you right now have $10,000 in credit and you are in debt for $2,500, then your debt-to-credit ratio is 25%. Now, this is considered a good debt-to-credit ratio. However, if you are in debt $8,500, then your debt-to-credit ratio would be 85%, and this is considered risky to lenders. Now, most people think that the most obvious way to get their debt-to-credit ratio down is to pay that $8,500 down. While that's a smart decision and you should also work on that, another way to bring your debt-to-credit ratio down is to boost the amount of credit that is right now available to you. The problem you're going to find with this strategy is that since your debt-to-credit ratio is already up there at 85%, then most lenders won't extend any more credit to you. However, some will. You can apply for what is known as a subprime merchandise card. These are cards that are attached to a line of credit which allows you to buy merchandise from a single wholesale distributor and are available in a variety of places of which we'll talk about later. Now, everyone is approved automatically for these cards since the distributor is the one that's doing the financing. They want your business. Now, you don't just get the card just to rack up more debt. That's key. You get the card so that the company now reports this newly available credit line on your credit reports. So let's say that you apply and you receive your new merchandise card that has a $10,000 credit limit on the card. Added that to your previous credit limit of $10,000, this brings you to a total of $20,000 in credit, and you're still $8,500 in debt. Now you have a total debt-to-credit ratio of 42.5% instead of 85%. This is a much more reasonable percentage, which will immediately and dramatically raise your score right away. Now, with your newly increased score, you can now go and apply for a lower or even 0% rate credit card to which you can transfer that $85 worth of debt that you have and formulate a plan to pay it off as fast as possible, thus raising your credit score even more. You can put this strategy into action immediately and have a higher credit score within as little as 2 or 3 weeks. But there are a few more details that you have to know to really kickstart its effectiveness, like how to eliminate the bad credit lines from your report, which really drag your score down as well. And no, it's not simply by writing to the credit bureaus and asking them to take it. Who puts on videos. I can't share all this info here. So just click on the link below that will take you where we've set up another video explaining everything you need to know to repair your credit fast.